Our sauce is reduced by a quarter. It's nice, that cheese, those rinds have really melted. There's not much left. Just nice little pieces, and those were big pieces. So it doesn't make, like I said, make the sauce cheesy. It just really gives it a depth of that really good, hearty, kind of a little bit of salt, but also just kind of that nice Parmesan flavor without being cheesy. All right, so what should you always do when you're cooking? You should absolutely always test your food. Does it need more salt, a little oregano? It's actually really good. Sometimes with tomato sauce, it can be a little acidic. So a good way to cut that is to just add a little bit of sugar. Not a lot, less than a teaspoon. Just add it in, let it melt down. That takes a little bit of the acid away. Doesn't make it sweet at all. Just helps with that acidy flavor. All right, so I've turned that down, and we're just going to let that rest a little bit. Now we're going to do our chicken. So chicken Parmesan, I took 3 chicken breasts, cut them in half. Now we want them to be thin, so we're going to pound them out. So we want a nice big piece of chicken, but thin, because we're going to brown them in a skillet, and then we're going to finish them in the oven with the sauce and the cheese on them. So you don't want to bake them for a really long time. I have the temperature of the oven up to about 400 degrees, and that's just waiting for us. So I'm going to take these chicken breasts that I've cut in half, and they're nice and thick. We want them to be thinner. We want them to be about that thick, maybe a quarter of an inch thick. So I'm just going to put them in nice little bag. You can wrap them in saran wrap, whatever works for you. I just like a bag because it helps contain it, and then I can just throw the bag away at the end. So I've got them in my bag. I have my nice mullet. Mullet? Not a mullet. It is business in the front, party in the back. No, I have my mallet. And if you have one, you've got a flat side and one that's got a tenderizer side. We're not really tenderizing this. We're just breaking it down. We're breaking down some of that connective tissue in the chicken, so you're going to use the flat side. If you forget and use the pokey side, you're going to put holes in, and then you're going to have chicken juice everywhere, which we don't want. So it's happened before. If you do, just make sure you clean in a wide breath, because you will have chicken juice everywhere. So I don't even close my bag. I just put them at the end, and I'm literally just pounding them out. Just till they're about the size that I want them to be. As most chicken breasts, one side's going to be thicker than the other, so one side you're not going to have to do much of. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on a paper towel, because I want to get them a little bit just prepped. I'm just going to take another paper towel on the top, and I'm just going to pat them dry a little bit. We're going to get them a little bit drier because we're going to add some flour, or we're going to dip them in flour. So I have prepared, I've got about a quarter cup of flour by itself. I have 2 eggs that I've just whisked together. And then I have an Italian breadcrumb seasoning. You can use a panko and season it. I like the Italian breadcrumbs. They're a little bit finer. They come already seasoned. Sometimes I'll add a little more garlic or a little more pepper. Sometimes some red pepper flake, depending on what you want to add to that. But these have come. I did add a little pepper to them. So I've got my